Have you ever wondered how you could never miss a race of the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series? Well, if you scroll over to the playlist tab, scroll down a little bit and find this little section here, you will see all of the archives from every race of the Napa/Pepsi Cup Series to ever be run. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe on all these videos and enjoy.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Hello and welcome everyone to the penultimate race of the season. We are here at the Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa for race 12 out of 13 here in the season 5 of the Pepsi Cup Series. And today, Christopher Bell could clinch the championship. Believe he needs, without any stage points, a 6th place finish here in today's race to have enough points to go into next race in Reno with the championship locked up and complete. Bubba Wallace starts from pole though, hasn't won since the season opener at Daytona and really hasn't run that good since then. Tyler Reddick starts second, another strong driver who's quietly starting to fade back. Reddick starts on the front row today. We already talked about Christopher Bell. He could lock up this championship with the 6th place finish with no stage points or laps led. Could be huge for the 20. And that's assuming either the 9 or the 45 lead every lap here today as we get ready to go. But Chase is starting pretty deep in the field, so you would have to think it would be Tyler Reddick versus Christopher Bell for the championship here today. As we roll off here from Iowa Speedway, here's a look at the starting grid. Zach on the track is alongside the TMCS Racing Network. They are row number 1. Noah's Gaming 2.0 and Mickey and Jeffy Show are in row number 2. Hard for Menard is alongside Trevor Banana. They are row 3. The NASCAR Coca-Cola Cup Series is alongside Earl Racing Productions in row 4. Row 5, we have Stop Motion Brothers and SRT 0616. Row 6, it's Allegiant and Gavin Beers 12. Behind them in row number 7, we have NASCAR Mini Stop Motions, our most recent series winner, and the Gaming Duo 12. The 1 Mile Cup Series is alongside the NLS Network, and Rodco Racing is alongside Penske King 22. Can 142 is alongside the Jimmy John's Cup Series. Moving on through the rest of the grid, behind them, it's Timothy Tacos and Nitro Apple. Our Alamo and Bryce Plush Productions line up behind them. And Log Drive is alongside Drake and Friends with RS Conover and Noah Probably. And then behind them we are going to have Luigi Plush Productions and Mr. Coffee YT with My Wi-Fi Crashed and Mr. Fly to the Sky, rounding out today's 32 car field, the smallest of the season I believe. 12 laps. Could Bell clinch the championship? We'll be looking out for that. He starts 4th today. His contender Tyler Reddick starts 2nd as the field sees the green flag up ahead and roar out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Iowa. William Byron to the lead with a power move. Big for Byron. Reddick trying to get by. Can he lead? Potentially, he's going to get a run. Switch back up to the line. Too close to call there at the line. Might have been Reddick leading that lap. He'll need that, as he pretty much needs to lead every single lap. Another driver still in contention. Kyle Busch moving up into 2nd. Reddick still leads. Everything calm here at the end of 2 circuits around this 0.75 mile oval. Has trouble for the leaders. Tyler Reddick and Kyle Busch crash. They both spin, and that is huge for the championship. Exactly what Christopher Bell wanted to see. This could be the end of the season right here, points-wise, for that championship, because Tyler Reddick and Kyle Busch are going to have to drop to the back of the field for the restart. Kyle Busch not happy in that 8 car, it appears. Oh, man, what? That might have just been an arrow spin, sort of. Reddick came up. It was close, but you can't really tell. Kyle Busch barely avoided the wall, I think, there. He might have clipped it. I think Reddick lost it, and then the 8 ran in the back of him and just spun them both. Anyways, getting ready to restart here on lap number 5. William Byron now leads this race. Green flag back in the air. Look at Bubba already down to the bottom, trying to make moves. See Bubba sliding up the track sideways. Brad Keselowski in the 6. Here comes William Byron back to the bottom, trying to battle his teammate Chase Elliott. Contact between Wallace and Truex back in the pack. Final lap until that halfway break is awarded. At the end of lap 6, Chase Elliott leads. Byron is close by. Buescher got sideways there mid-pack. Here comes Byron down to the inside. He's going to slide up, clear Chase Elliott, and William Byron will take the halfway bonus here in Iowa. Some big points for William Byron and some much needed momentum for a driver who hasn't been running too well so far this season. This is going to be a huge boost for him as here comes the field onto pit road here at the halfway break. All 32 cars, it looks like, going to come on down into the pit lane. Martin Truex Jr., the first of the top 3 to hit his pit box. He's going to take 4 tires and some fuel here on this stop. Same can be said for Chase Elliott, saying he's just a bit tight and can't run the bottom right now very well. That 9 car, though, sitting pretty in position number 2. But the leader and stage winner, William Byron, getting 4 tires and fuel as well, saying the car is perfect. No adjustments for the 24. As here's your race off of pit road. Byron gets off of pit road first. Eric Jones in second. And that's 3rd place for Martin Truex Jr. You can see Bell, Elliott, Keselowski, and more rounding out. Those are the first 3 rows. Gibbs, Bubba, Chastain, and Blaney rounding out the top 10 as here we go for the second half of this race. Green flag back in the air in Iowa. Truex down to the bottom immediately. Big move there. The 19 takes the lead. Elliott up in the second in front of Jones. And now looks like Chase Elliott's car working the middle of the corner much better than it was before down lower on this racetrack. As Reddick and Busch working their way through the field. You can see here Kyle Busch down to the inside of Reddick, but we have a pass further up. Christopher Bell moving forward. Martin Truex Jr., though, leads this race. Hasn't won in a very long time. Don't think he's actually ever won ever. And Kyle Busch goes spinning down the front straightaway, bringing out the caution here late in Iowa. The 8 car goes spinning. Oh, man, and into the inside wall. That may be the end of Kyle Busch's day. We'll have to see here as Truex leads them around under caution now. And oh, Kyle Busch not happy with the 45. And there you see why. Tyler Reddick got in the back of Kyle Busch. That ain't the first time they've had an incident today. And Kyle Busch goes for a spin and into that inside wall. And Kyle Busch has been parked by the Pepsi Cup Series officials for that caution incident. We'll have to see if there's anything more that comes of that. Any point penalties or anything big for Kyle Busch, though, there, as he's going to lose a ton of spots and finish 32nd in last today, though. Green flag back in the air. Look at Christopher Bell down to the bottom. Bell doesn't need to win. Truex and Elliott in the wall. They're out of the race, pretty much. And Byron, down the inside, dives it down. Clears Christopher Bell. Final lap from Iowa. Will Bell make a move or will he sit in second? If Bell wins today's race, he will break the single-season wins record. Briscoe spins. No caution. Down the backstretch. Bell goes aggressive. Byron blocks and takes advantage of that championship fight. Off for turn 4. William Byron will win here in Iowa over Ty Gibbs and Christopher Bell, who becomes the Season 5 Pepsi Cup Series champion. What a race and what a season it's been for Bell. 3 wins so far. over 1,000 points now after today's race. And here's a look at your finishing results. Noah's Gaming 2.0 takes the win. Ty Gibbs finishing second. Best career finish for the rookie, who's only run about half this season. Eric Jones there in P5 at the drop of the checkered flag. And Brad Keselowski comes home in 8th. Bubba Wallace with some momentum, finishing in 7th. And it's a 10th place finish, a top 10 for Tyler Reddick after all the chaos today. Michael McDowell in his series return, his season debut, finishes 12th. And behind them, Alex Bowman, P16, still not finishing too well. Rumors now circulating that he is under pressure, his seat at Hendrick, with Noah Gragson potentially, but Gragson finishing 20th here today, a bit further back. Noah's going to have to, put in a good performance next week if he needs to show that he could be at Hendrick Motorsports. We'll see if that comes to fruition at all. As Stenhouse, poor finish for him, 25th. Good finish, though, for the 51 car of Zane Smith, Mr. Fly to the Sky, 27th here today. Chase Briscoe obviously spun on the last lap, finishes 31st, with the only DNF here today being Kyle Busch, Trevor Banana, finishing 32nd. Here are the points, though. Everything is wrapped up with a 399-point gap between Bell and Reddick, the first two in the championship. Chase Elliott sits back there in 3rd. Kyle Busch drops from, I believe, 3rd to 4th in the championship standings after DNFing here today and getting no points whatsoever. Kyle Larson moves up to 5th, and William Byron up to 8th after a huge day with a win, a halfway break, most laps led. You can see Noah Gragson ahead of Alex Bowman. Big plot point now here. Big talking point in this point of the season. You can see Cody Ware really was able to beat the competition well at the super speedways earlier in the season. Unfortunately, he's not racing because the competition wasn't the only thing he was beating. But Brad Keselowski as well, good day for him. Shane Van Gisbergen holding tough after running only, I believe, 2 races. He sits 25th in the standings, which is pretty good for 2 races given, Yolen, Dillon, Cindric, Stenhouse, Custer, LaJoie. They've all run the full season and are, well behind him right now in the point standings. But what a race it was here in Iowa. Next week we'll be at a fictional track in Reno. So stay tuned for that one. It's sure to be a great race to end off the season before we have signups for Season 6, followed by the Daytona 500, with obviously the duels before that to set the lineup. Christopher Bell is your Season 5 champion. Hope you all enjoyed this race here in Iowa. We still have one more to go after this. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Second stop motion in 2 days here on the channel. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.